Question. Do bad people know that they're bad? Or do bad people like genuinely think that they're good people? Welcome back to another video. Today is December 11th. And yeah, we're still going at this thing. We're still doing this. Nothing really exciting to do today. You should be used to that by now if you've been following along. My work pretty much consists of sitting at my computer editing all day, every day. And then when I'm done with this, at least for the month of December, I spend my evenings also editing because I'm doing this 31-day challenge. So if you're here right now, go ahead and watch yesterday's video. And then after that, just start from the beginning and watch day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you'll be caught up. I'm about to enjoy this day-old boba drink right here. This is the Mega Matcha Evolution with brown sugar boba. I got this yesterday as like a midday treat. And then I came home, put it in the fridge, and then forgot about it until like 8 o'clock last night. So, first taste. I'll check in with you guys later. Ooh, it's bubbly. I just want to say, it may not look that pretty, but this is a quality sandwich that I have constructed. It's actually really good. It's like honey roasted turkey, right? Honey roasted? Is that a thing? Honey roasted? Roasted turkey, white cheddar cheese, shredded lettuce, tomato, and then you gotta season your sandwich. It matters. It matters, Mom. It matters. So that's lunch. Y'all, this game show, MrBeast, or Beast Games. Whew. Okay, so ironically, I opened up today's vlog with a random question that was in my head. I'm watching the show through my mirror. They're doing like a recap. This show is very fascinating. I'm not really sure why the question, does a bad person think they're a good person or do they know they're bad? I'm not sure why that popped in my head today, but it's a reoccurring question. Every few months or every few years, I think about and I ask people for whatever reason. I'm not sure why it popped in my head today, but it did. And so I opened the vlog like that, just kind of spontaneously, because that's what was on my mind when I pressed record. So I was working here on my computer. I always have the TV on just because I like the ambience. I like the background noise. I don't even know what I turned on this morning. I just turned on something and then somehow throughout the day, what is it called? Beast Games came on, and that's MrBeast's show. I've never seen it before. Apparently this is the first season. I knew he had a show, but I had just never seen it before. And from, I guess, like the first few episodes it was just playing, I wasn't paying attention. It seemed kind of like a adventure game or like a strategy or like Road Rules, like the old show from like the early 2000s, late 90s. It kind of had that vibe, like obstacle courses, mind game, strategy, like strategy. So it was just on. But getting back to the question, goodness or badness is rarely just like black and white. Like we know that in everybody, there's probably a little bit of both, a lot of bit of both. But when it comes to like your moral compass and the way you treat people, what you do when nobody else is looking, I think those are kind of the things that I'm referring to. When I finally started paying attention to the show, Beast Games, for some reason, it's so weird. I was like getting emotional watching this game show. And it's because by the time I actually started paying attention, it was like several episodes in. So these people, I guess it started with 1,000 people and then each episode is narrowing it down like substantially. And then in the end, one contestant ends up winning $10 million. And so it's just stuff like that keeps coming up where they have chances to win more money, to split money, to save people, to give up money, to save a larger collective. And you're seeing some of these, I wouldn't call them alliances. Maybe they were considered alliances, but you're seeing connections and relationships with some of these people. So don't know if I would call them alliances or just people acting out the game fairly. And some people not acting out the game fairly. So it made me question, how do you go into a game like that where ultimately the point is to win the money and only one person can win the money? Well, technically several people throughout the episodes are also winning money. But to win the big pot at the end, only one person can win that. And so you could strategize, but in the end, it's 1 for 1. But you're seeing on the show people deceiving each other. And it gets to a point where you kind of have to, I won't say go rogue, you have to play for yourself. And you're noticing how some of the players, they can lie easily. And then some of them, they can't. Sacrificing either themselves or a big payout so that a larger collective can remain in the game. I saw in one episode, this one guy did something a little, I guess you would call it a little shady, but he was trying to protect himself, but he threw someone else in the line of fire. Everybody thought he was a terrible person for doing that. And one of the guys had said, I respect you, man, but I don't respect that last decision you made. But then in the next season or episode, the very same guy did something extremely selfish. Again, it's a game and the whole point is to win, but he did something where nobody saw this coming. He's in his room crying, you could tell it's eating him up. But then when he's back out with the rest of the contestants, he's defending his case. Like, I did this for my family. I had to think about my family. I had to think about us and myself. I put myself first. A game like this, I think it exposes who people think they are versus who they really are. It just goes to that narrative of you just never know how you're going to react to something until you're in that person's shoes, until you're in that situation. Okay, dang, if that was me, if I was on this game, how would I have handled that? How do you navigate this? Because I think my moral compass would just be going crazy. I don't know. I think, just to answer my initial question, I think I'm a good person. I try to treat others the way I want to be treated. Do unto others as you want done unto you. Hallelujah. And I think I make decisions based off of what's right and not just what's right for me. It makes me wonder, like, how well would I do on a show like that? The whole game is extremely fair. The way the people are put in their positions is very fair. But yes, it makes me question, am I built for something like that? Where it means I gotta walk on somebody else to receive my fortune. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. But then again, I don't know. I've never been in the situation. I've never been in that predicament where $10 million was being thrown in my face. Would I risk morality for money? But I also think it might depend on how much money we talking. In real life, deception breaks trust. But in a game like that, deception is strategy. It's very interesting. But at the same time, if we allow ourselves to behave differently for a game in the name of strategy, what does that say about us? Is it a fair judgment? Because it's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. I don't know. Oh, this is tricky. I think some bad people, I think they know that they're a liar, they're a cheat, they're a thief. They'll do whatever they can to look out for them and them only. And just, they don't care. But games like this do make you question where you lie on the moral spectrum. Anyway, that's today's random thought spiral. I also think that it was no coincidence that show just happened to come on my TV after randomly throwing out that random thought when I opened up this vlog. That show wasn't even on yet. I had never seen it before. But I don't know, it just makes me feel like my thoughts are aligned in some way. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but we're gonna roll with it. If Beast Games ever called me, or if I had the chance to go on the show, what kind of contestant would I be? So that's it for me for today. If you took any value from this rant, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit it. And thank you for being here on this journey. Whenever you happen to see this video, let me know what you think down below. Do you think bad people think they're good people? Or do they know they're bad? And I'm talking like morally. Tap in. I will see you tomorrow for, I guess, day 12. I think we're on day 12. All right. Peace.